1992, 1962, Dr Gaz abhors a vacuum.
Right.
So it fills it up with all the junk from the past. I did a number of these commemorative versions, if you know what I mean.
Mm.
They've got fragments of the first thing, right? That the jumping woman leaping in. They're in the very first one. And these came a bit later. And the animated Donald Duck and so on. And the brain pictures there.
Right.
They were in the first one at the back.
So this was sort of formed part of a broadsheet.
This is a 30th, special 30th. I did a couple of those, obviously. This is another one, another version. What does it say? Oh, 62 to 82. So you've got two of them there. And this one on the left goes further back to the, like it has that, do your feet leave the ground? Does the ground sink away? A little line from the very first one. Well, there must be a number of things here, a lot of different Ray days that were never published, if you know what I mean. And hand-drawn ones, of course. Day of Decision. Invisible Man reappears, and Mottler speaks.
Who's Mottler?
Mottler is the role that Jim Duke played. Oh, I'll tell you where I got Mottler from, actually, Michael. I found an old comic strip from way back before America came into the war. Right? And it featured a robot. It was a dustbin, really, on wheels, more or less, you know, who would go off and participate in adventures all over. And this particular one, he had to fight a war against the dictator of a certain Central European republic, see, unnamed. So it had to become Mottler because you couldn't mention Hitler. The war wasn't on. They couldn't say anything nasty in America about Hitler and the Nazis. But anyway, the comic had to mention him, but not directly, you know, alluding to Mottler. And I thought, that's terrific, because Jim Duke was I took the word mot in French, you know, as word, and Jim Duke was a word killer.
Right.
You know, chopping up
Mottler.
words in his Dadaistic poems. So he became Mottler in the films. He became Mottler in Ray Day film. So there you go. That all ties up a bit. And there he is, speaking. More or less. Or doing something. Day of Decision. What else? That's it, busted, I think. I don't know what this... Oh, it is a series of little books. When I went around, sort of, I suppose it must have been the last run round around the art colleges, you know, and I thought...
So when was this? What sort of...
Sort of, late 70s and early 80s. And I did some... Dr. G's, Dr Gaz movie array. Yeah. That was in St Marco's Place. Stuff. At the end of the room. So Stella took the pics, you know, I just posed. And we shot them on 120 film, and it's a square format. And these bits outdoors on the beach. Tons of stuff, Michael. Don't know what we can do with it, do you? More, actually.
So what was the one on top?
This one. This is all from... that wasn't... That's a burned up thing, yeah. No, yeah, that's all from Irresistible Attack, or one of those animated films that I showed last year, you know. December. They're
It's fairly, still looks familiar.
Is it still standing?
I think it is.
And this was the inside of, oh yeah, Phoenix. The stuff on the wall, a bit different I think. Oh, Silverhead's song and everything. Yeah, 'cause I did songs as well.
Did you ever give a recital?
No.
Maybe we should get someone to do that.
Well, actually, Stella read them out, at the, or some of them at the time at the Cinematheque, I think. It must have been an historic sort of whatever. A Silverhead song. It comes, it's inspired a bit by Fantomas actually. So it goes. Yeah, this is just the ordinary sort of original artwork for the books. Got quite a lot here. Yeah. It's all the same. But I can show you the books actually, Michael, you know, so. Oh God, I don't know what there is there. See the stuff underneath here in the big box?
Right, I'll get to it in a minute.
Things to, for some reason or other, it won't move. It won't move very easily.
Oh yeah.
Here we go. Yeah, these are bits and pieces that were lying around on the dressing table, and before it was completely destroyed, you know.
Right.
I brought it up here. So here we are. Could put that in the show.